Hey, this is Michael from Viral Home Based Pursuits. And in this video, I'm going to go over what you should be doing on Instagram and how you can monetize it, especially now with all the Instagram algorithms and so many things happening on the platform with organic reach going down, decreasing every single day, favoring paid advertising. What you should be doing. And this is a question that I've been getting asked a lot. So stay tuned, stick with me to the end because I'm going to give you some secret gems at the very end of this that I don't think you even knew about yourself. But before I get into this, if you haven't seen any of my work, I come out with stuff on online marketing, affiliates marketing, primarily the vehicle that I'm on. I've built a health and wellness business. As well as now into the affiliate space, helping other affiliates get into this world and do it easily, right? So make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and do that right now. I'll give you a second to do it, and then we can get going. So one of the things that I've been getting asked frequently, okay, how do I grow my following? How do I get a follow, unfollow? And sometimes it's the person not knowing that the Instagram algorithms changed. It's sometimes, thinking that there's another way around it. But the same thing is always going to be the same. You got to reverse engineer your own process. You got to think about what is the end goal in mind. Anything that I ever do and anything that you're ever going to do, you probably already know this, but you have to have what is the result that you're trying to get? What is the end goal? Am I trying to get more people onto my email list? Do I want to make a sale? Do I want to get into a pre-qualification thing? Do I want to direct message people? What is the whole point of it? Yet so many people are confused. They don't know how to answer that question. They see so many people growing their own Instagram channel. Some people have millions, thousands of followers, and other people are like, yes, that's what I want too. So one of my questions I'm always asking is, what is the end result in mind? Do you have a monetization strategy? And some people just tell me flat out they do, but when I come out to ask them, like, how do you do it? They don't have one. They don't have a process in place. I'm not talking about a process of closing or a process of, closing in the sales process, right? But I'm asking, how do you go about monetizing your Instagram? And I've helped people out in the health and wellness space. I primarily don't focus so much on Instagram there. I've started a blog. That's where I began everything. And then I moved into Instagram later on. But it's good to have a bigger following, but at the same time, it's better to have a smaller following that is more engaging than a bigger audience who doesn't see your stories, who doesn't look at your posts, who doesn't even like your stuff, right? People who are not engaged, people who are not of your target market, your demographic, your psychographic audience. So you have to understand what is the end result in mind. And, when I speak with people, and I'll get into my Instagram account here in a second, this is kind of more of a video to go about telling you rather than showing you. But you need to understand what is your end result. I have to know what that is. If I go on Instagram, especially these days, what is the whole point of growing an Instagram account? You want to be famous like, Barbies out there, no offense, but you want to be famous like people who don't even, they probably monetize their accounts, but in ways that, it's not out of reach for you, but you have to build up gradually. You're probably looking at influencers on there, and that's a good thing to do. Leveraging other people's audiences is a great strategy. It's something I do with blogs, right? With blog posts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's no different. Leveraging other people's audiences is always a great strategy, especially nowadays moving forward. But without the follow and unfollow, what do you do, right? I came out with a video that I spoke about that talks about automation. Yes, automation still, even though Instagram has kind of blocked all the follow, unfollow. I left a video underneath this one here you can check out. It's an automation software tool that I use and I highly recommend, but it's changed. Now you can use it for direct messaging, right? This tool that I currently use, it's helping out in the DM, right, in the direct message inbox on Instagram. And it can happen in Twitter, and they also do Twitter services. But who knows how long that will go for? Who knows? By the time you're watching this, it's probably not gonna. Instagram might block them. Who knows? But if it goes on for a while, it's something that you should take part of. If you've tried organic routes, maybe you haven't tried it all. You know, a lot of us think we have, but you probably haven't tried the right tactics and the right strategies. Have you gone on stories? Maybe you haven't. Have you tried posting in a specific way, telling people, giving them a call to action to go check out your bio, follow me here? Have you targeted the right market? Are you using the right hashtags? These are all things you have to look at. In stories, how am I reaching out to people? Am I telling people to take action on something, going after their problems and pains, to solution aware, to act and say this? Like, are you doing those in your stories? And telling people reply back with freedom or something like that. And then they get in your direct message inbox, and then you can do more of what you need to do, right? The process that you go through. You need to know these things. And if you do not have these things in place, even if you buy a software automation tool, they can help you. They have templates, but at the same time, you're still not going to know. So I always recommend people do things organically. I have posts on how to do that organically, how to get more followers and traffic and likes and so on, and so much more. But you have to know what is the end result in mind. And when I talk to people, I'm like, if you make the adjustment to use just a direct message inbox, you can still get a following. You can do unfollows too. How, right? People ask me how. I covered that in one of my softwares that I am using. You can check out below. But basically, you can get people in the direct message inbox. You know, you get direct DM send out monthly on a lot of them. And when people respond back, you can build engagement, build a relationship, build something that's built on trust. If you're going to monetize, it's not about, you know, in affiliate marketing especially too, it's not about just people buy. What it's in the middle is trust. You know, I like math. And I have a health and wellness business, right? Go figure. And math is my strong point. So what do you have? You have on the left side here, you have people. In the middle is your X variable. On the other side is you have somebody buying. But what do you need in the middle of that X variable in place? You need trust and engagement. Trust and builds relationships. So trust is the biggest thing you need right now more than ever. So you can use everything really, if you think about a flow, and you're on Instagram or anything else, a lot of the time, how people are getting people to buy from them are by talking to them in the direct message inbox. Everything flows to the direct message inbox. Not necessarily is everything always going to, but like more than 80% of the time, you're going to find yourself in the direct message inbox. So some software automation tools still work only primarily on that at the moment. So you can use that if you want to. But you can still get people to follow you. Engage with people that comment, that message you back. You know, talk to them like a normal human being. Don't try to think about getting a sale. Think about other things like, hey, mind giving me a follow for a follow or something like that. You know, it sounds kind of cheap, but do it in a more sophisticated manner. Don't do it in a like, hey, follow me. Hey, buy my product. Hey, join my email list. What you should be thinking about is, how can I get people into my email list? Right? And if you don't have an email list, if you don't have an email autoresponder, that's something that I recommend you do. If you're solely relying on Instagram, get an email autoresponder. I have websites I can send people from my content from Instagram to my website and get them to read my content or get them to act on a page. And then they give me their email, or they sign up for something, or they later on go buy something. But the point is, when I have an email list, I can remarket to them and I can talk to them and send them back to these pages and then give them more information. It's probably nothing you haven't heard of. It's probably something you just heard of, but getting people on your email list is very powerful. Giving somebody something of free, of high value, a sexy offer, something that you would normally charge for, you give away for free. That's what I do. Something I would normally charge for, I give away for free in my market in exchange for an email. And so now I can follow up with that person, give them the free content, and then I can send them after they get that free content. They're like, well, you're still going to need that. That was the keys, but you still need the vehicle, right? So to speak. So you need to be doing those things. Keep those things in mind. So I'm going to go into Instagram right now. It's really not necessary for me to do it, but let me see here. So think about it. While you're on Instagram, what do you think should be happening? Right, you should be building awareness. You should be building conversation, engagement. And so you can use stories. I use stories a lot of the time, but then you can get people into your direct message inbox. Right, you can get people into your direct message inbox. and start engaging with people, right? Look, start engaging with people in your target market and get to solve their problems, their pain points, right? What needs do they have? What are the desires? Where do they want to get to, right? Problems, questions, roadblocks. What are the results they want, right? What are their desires? Okay, figure those things out, and then you can position something for free. You can give them for free. Okay, here's my free content. You can go and read, right? Here is a freebie that I'd like to give you that can help you solve that problem, right? The 10. Let me get out of the share screen here. Do this. That wasn't really relevant, but what I wanted to go into so much, but just wanted to give you an idea of how you can use the direct message inbox still to get people to follow you. You can still get people to join your email list, take action on something. If you're in, health and wellness, here are the 5 tips to healing your herniated disc and the one you never knew about. Oh, wait a minute. So you're telling me there's an extra one that I didn't know about? Boom, here, give them the freebie. They sign up to your email list. Now you can market to them, and then that freebie can send them somewhere else. You can send them to more of your content on Instagram. You can send them to content on your blog, on your YouTube channel, podcast, whatever that may be. But you have to start thinking like that. And more than ever, you need those strategies in place. It's great to have a following, but if you're not doing anything with that following, if you don't have a bio, if you're not actively doing anything, it's not useful. So you need to understand, what do I have as an end result? What is the conversion I want? Not necessarily is a conversion to sell. Conversion can be cost per clicks, cost per an acquisition. The conversion is how much fans am I getting to notice my brand? Right, get them to notice you. Start building a brand on Instagram. If you're just there to monetize, just think this thing through. I don't know how am I going to monetize, and you're just doing it for fun, and yet you want to grow your following. It's like you're just doing it for fun at the end of the day. And so think about, you can still use automation, some automation software. I'll name there's a company down below you can check out. I won't say it in here. I don't want to plug in anything like that. So make sure you give that a look underneath. You can still get things in the direct message inbox to grow your following too. You can ask people, you can talk to people in there, but be engaging. And at the end of the day, everything is always going to flow to the direct message inbox, I think. And you should be talking to people, giving people your freebies, giving people more about you, your free content on YouTube. That's what I did all the time. And that's what I still do is I go ahead and give people tips on how to grow their following, how to start affiliate marketing, how to promote digital physical products, how to do low ticket versus high ticket stuff. Or if it's in the health and wellness space, how to alleviate their lower back pain with a massage cushion. Or stuff like that. That's what people want to know more about. But it's about having the strategy in place. And I think collecting emails more than ever because the money is in the list. If you have any questions on any of this, do let me know. Email automation software, I'll have some below that you can get started with. My favorite ones. And what you can do to automate your Instagram, right? You might be at that point already where you want to automate it, and these are ways to go about it. Don't feel like you can't. All right, you can grow a following. You got to ask yourself, how can I grow a following? How can I monetize? How can I get people to my list? It's never about, I don't know. It's about how. Keep yourself open-minded, because the biggest thinkers always do, and the ones who are very narrow-minded always say that I can't earn more passive income. I can't earn money online. It's how can I make this amount of money to be able to pay this? How can I get this money to do that? All right, so keep that in mind. That's all I wanted to go over. This was more of a face-to-face with you. And I wanted to make sure you knew that there was a way to still get a following, still automate the process, but you just got to be tactically clever at it. You got to think about these things and how am I gonna get people to buy from me if I'm trying to monetize? Email lists. How am I gonna get people to act later on? Email lists, right? That people don't necessarily buy right away. Amazon store, right? Boom. What can you offer? Free coupon. Boom. Do all these different things for your market, and you will be rewarded. All right. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave me a comment down below. Opinions, questions, feel free, and I will go ahead and get back to you. All right. Thank you.